Hello, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me for the Morning Mindset. It's time for you and me to take that deep breath. Just let it out. And get our minds ready. Get our minds aligned with the truth of God for today. Because we have a day ahead of us where God has called us to reflect His light to those who are around us. Now, during our current situation with a pandemic going on, it's possible you're still sheltering at home. You're still just around a few people every day. But nevertheless, you are called to be a blessing to those people through reflecting the goodness of God in your life. And today, I want us to look a little more deeply at where that ability comes from. Where does the wisdom and knowledge and savvy about life come from that is needed for us to be a blessing to others? Proverbs chapter 2 says it this way, and this is beginning in verse number 1, where the writer is encouraging others to listen to his words of wisdom. He says, "My son, if you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you, making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to understanding, yes, if you call out for insight and raise your voice for understanding, if you seek it like silver and search for it as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God." You see, we want to know how to reflect God in our world, how to demonstrate His love and goodness to others. We need to be seeking wisdom. And the writer reveals to us here that at the root of wisdom, we are going to come to understand this concept we've been talking about, the fear of the Lord. And so really, if you're still a little confused about what it means to fear God, I've defined it for us repeatedly through these episodes about the fear of the Lord. But this is really a simple way to look at it. Proverbs 2 says, just busy yourself with treasuring up wisdom, with listening to wisdom, seeking wisdom, calling out to God for insight, raising your voice and asking Him to give you understanding. Seek it like silver and search for it as if it was a hidden treasure. Then you will understand the fear of the Lord. You see, the fear of the Lord really is rooted in a desire to think and live the way that God thinks and lives. And I'm pausing here on purpose to let the weight of those words sink in. We want to think and live the way God thinks and lives. And that's from a wellspring of wisdom. And for us as human beings, there's a different component added to it than there is with God. And that is we need to see Him rightly and orient our lives in accordance with what we see there. That, my friends, is the fear of the Lord. It's recognizing Him to be the great, mighty, and awesome Creator, who's filled with wisdom and filled with goodness and filled with love and filled with grace and filled with justice and filled with mercy and all those great characteristics that the Bible describes Him to be. And then to see ourselves as creatures that He has made for His purposes. And my friends, when we see that and embrace that role and align ourselves with Him, greatness flows out of that. Goodness comes. We begin to understand the fear of the Lord, and we find, in fact, the knowledge of God. And isn't that what we really want? I hear people quite often saying, I just feel like I need to be closer to God. I want to know more of who He is. I want to be more familiar with Him. And my friends, this is where we get that familiarity. It's from the fear of the Lord. Jesus, teach us today how to fear You properly, how to see You for who You really are and see ourselves for who we really are in light of it. And Lord, guide us today to be that blessing that You call us to be and cause it to flow out of our fear of You.